Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Bump Around and Find Out What We're Doing in Mérida, Mexico. This is Mimi and
Roman.
with our infectious travel diseases, and we'd like to thank you for swinging by. We moved from Houston, Texas almost 90 days ago to Mérida, Mexico, and we're going to talk about things that Roman wished he would have done a little differently as an 11-year-old moving to Mexico with his parents. So Roman, what are some things you would have done differently? What would you have packed that you didn't pack?
My PlayStation
And what else?
and Pokemon cards
And
and like a small TV. No, that's it for now, I think.
so you're saying the essential things to bring or the things you wish you would have bought were your PlayStation and your Pokemon card.
Yes.
So those are things you're telling your friends out there that are 11 years old, this is what they need to bring if they're moving to Mexico abroad from the United States. To definitely don't leave home without the PlayStation. Is that what you're saying?
No. If someone stays home who doesn't want to move, then they could just come with the PlayStation. They come down.
Okay. So Roman's older sister, who's 18, will be bringing his PlayStation down next month. And so that's what he's referring to. But let's say they don't have anybody that's going to break things. Tell them what should they bring with them to make them comfortable.
If you have like a phone or tablet or something, you should download something to watch and have games that don't need Wi-Fi.
That is definitely a good tip. And he's telling you that because our first day in our house, which was day 3 of us being in Mexico, our power went out. And they had nothing downloaded on their phones or their tablets. So guess what? We just all went to bed. It just so happened to be at nighttime and dinner was ready and we were eating when the power went out. And we just ended up having dinner by candlelight and then we went to bed. But the few days later, baby day 6 of us being in Mexico, the power went out again. And this time it was in the middle of the day and it went out for about 7 hours. And we still were struggling with the download things. They didn't think about it. We didn't think about it. And so they had maybe 1 or 2 things downloaded. So pretty boring, but they played outside for a while, but it was pretty warm that day. And definitely make sure you have some things downloaded on your devices. What tips would you give someone your age getting ready to move abroad? How would you tell them to get themselves ready?
You can look at videos on YouTube of where we're going to moving to.
Did that help you a lot, watching the videos a lot?
Yes, a little.
So one of the things we did is we did binge watch a lot of channels on being in Mexico, families traveling to Mexico, through Mexico, families just traveling the world, period, because Mexico isn't our stopping place, it's our starting place. We call this slow life abroad. So we plan to be here for 1 to 2 years and then heading on to Southeast Asia, probably making this our hub. As of right now, we do plan to make Mérida our home. And so setting up home base here, but then traveling the world because there are 197 countries. And I've only been to 5 or 6 and they've only been to 2. So we got a lot to do and to get to, right?
Yes.
So watching YouTube videos, what else would you tell them to do to get themselves ready? Remember, you're talking to somebody that's your age. So if you were on the phone with them and they were asking you for tips, what would you tell them?
If you're going somewhere that doesn't speak English, then you should learn their language even when you're there.
So what are some Spanish words you know?
Pedal Bazaar and
What?
That's May I Come In. That
Oh,
on that.
oh, okay. It sounded like you said pedal pasar.
Apurate.
Who?
Apurate.
What is that?
I forgot.
So, hola.
It's hi.
Buenos dias.
It's good morning.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Buenas noches.
Good night.
¿Cómo estás?
What's your name?
¿Qué tal?
I don't know that.
Nos vemos.
I don't know that. I forgot that one.
Que tengo un día
Don't know that one.
¿Cuánto cuesta?
Are you going to Central?
No. Okay. So we're still working on Spanish. We do Spanish classes daily, and we are in the process of acquiring us a Spanish tutor that will come help us become fluent in Spanish, because it definitely is something that we should know. I know a lot of random Spanish words, but they just don't make sense when I'm trying to have a conversation with people. And a lot of times, and you hear this often from other people that are traveling or in other countries and you don't know the language and you're trying to learn the language, is that you feel pretty stupid trying to speak it. So a lot of times I don't trust what I think I should say because I feel dumb trying to say it, and I don't want to come off, looking el stupido, or just, I don't want to be disrespectful or don't want to say the wrong things. And so sometimes I don't even try to say too much. I say very little because I do feel like, I'm not so sure I'm saying the right thing. So maybe I should just not say anything. Or maybe I should just double check. And then I'll say things and they'll be like, oh, no, you got that. That's right. That's how you say it. And I'll be like, oh, okay. So, but the biggest thing I'll say is, hablo español muy mal. Estoy aprendiendo because I'm still learning. And and then I'll say no entiendo a lot. Or, But again, we're working on this, and one of the biggest things we've been doing is we try to learn phrases. So then when we're getting in and out of Ubers or Didis, we can at least engage with the driver some in conversation. Like, we definitely get in with the greeting, ask them how they're doing. And when, and some of them speak English, even if just a little bit, some of them don't. So it just depends. But we make it work. They've been very friendly and accommodating to us being non-Spanish speakers. And we never have once felt like it was a problem not to speak Spanish, other than on ourselves. We're just like, we really got to tighten up. What else would you say? Talk about the food, because you love to eat. So talk about the food.
It's good.
Okay, but what would you tell somebody, a kid that's coming here that maybe, they're not sure about the food and their concern is maybe they'll get here and there aren't things they'll like to eat? What would you tell them about that?
If you eat the Doritos, they taste a little different, but I still like them.
Doritos, he said.
Pop-Tarts taste the same. Burgers taste a little different. And then the hot wings and restaurants we've been to all taste the same. And yeah.
Okay, what about the tacos? How do you feel about the tacos?
They're okay.
Why just okay?
Because I don't like tacos.
Okay. I guess he doesn't like tacos because he prefers to eat nachos, which are okay. But anyway, but funny thing is, he says that, but then we go to a restaurant, he'll get chicken tacos, and he seems to eat those just fine. And if I order pastor tacos, he seems to eat those just fine. He'll even ask for the leftovers. So I don't know if just okay is really it. But hey, that's what he's saying. Okay, what about going outside? What is that like here?
We see new birds and different bugs and new plants we never saw before. And the trees are bigger here. And we can run around with no one watching us outside too, since we live somewhere with a gated door.
And you like that, right? That you get to go outside every day. That's something they never did in Houston. They did not go outside every day other than to, go to and from the car when they were going to school or to practice. Outside of that, if they weren't doing an organized event, we were not outside in Houston. Just for safety reasons, because there would sometimes be random, acts of violence that would take place that, you just weren't prepared for. And so we did a lot of staying in the house. But here, they get to go outside, rain or shine, they will go outside. If it's pouring down rain, as long as it's not lightning, they'll be outside playing in the rain. They don't care. What would you tell them about walking?
I've gotten used to walking, but only if it's longer than like an hour and 30 minutes, my leg will hurt.
All together. So we typically will walk up to a distance of 25 to 30 minutes one way, with no problem, all five of us, even River, who is 7, because there are 3 kids here. We have a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old, and an 11-year-old, and who all are going to bump up this year to 8, 10, and 12. So we'll have a little preteen here. But we do a lot of walking. What's one of the things you would give them a tip on walking?
Practice with walking, because if you're not used to walking, your legs will hurt.
Yeah, our first few weeks here, they complained a lot, and we weren't walking far. Like literally, we walked to the store, and it's like a 7-minute walk, and then walk around the store, and then walk back. And by the time we got back, them walking total of 30, 40 minutes, they would complain. Oh, no, I'm so tired. The first time we walked to the mall, it was this Sunday, and we walked over to Outage, and it was about a 22-minute walk for us. And they did good walking there, but then walking back, they lost their gas because we, of course, walked around the mall and then had to walk back.
The mall was big, but that was a small version.
Well, it's not one of the largest malls here. So Altabrisa is, again, within walking distance of us. So we've been to Altabrisa and we've been to La Isla Mall. We've not been to the Harbor Mall yet, or any of the others. There's another one I can't think of the name of. But
that's the one I sent you for Petco.
Okay. Yes, he wants a bearded dragon for his birthday. So he's on the hunt for those. We went to a Petco yesterday, and how was that? How did that look compared to what you see back in the States?
The same, just not as big.
The one we went to was not as big in this plaza, but I've seen some that are much larger. What other things would you just tell a kid that you're talking to? Like if you were talking to Colin and you were giving him some tips on getting ready to come to Mexico, what would you tell him?
It's going to be fun coming here because you won't know what to expect and stuff. Because the stuff on TV looks different in person.
Okay, and
some of the drinks do taste different, and on some of the cereal boxes they have their faces cut out.
Yeah, they cover up the faces on the cereal boxes. I'm not sure what that's about. I don't know if it's because it's like a bad omen thing. I've noticed it on like the Lucky Charms. Mm-hmm. So maybe the leprechaun thing is not something that they condone here in Mexico. I didn't really look into that because we saw it. Did we see it at every grocery store or just
at Walmart and at the one where Dad went to get the muffin yesterday?
Trejawi. Okay, so at those 2 stores, they've noticed that this Lucky Charms, the leprechaun will be covered up. And what other cereal was covered up? Was
Fruit Loops, Tricks, and more. I don't know the name.
So I don't know if they're covering up the face or if they're just putting a label on there because it does have some words on the label, right?
Yeah, and on some of the candies and sodas it says, it has like a little warning thing. Mm-hmm.
So black like stop signs that say excesivo. So excesivo sodio, excesivo azúcares. So excessive salt, excessive sugar. So basically it's telling you if you take this, you might end up with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes. Just be aware that you're eating things that are not good for you. And those stop signs can be, they can be pretty alarming because some things even things that you thought were organic or good for you in the States, you get here and but you just got to do your due diligence and know what you're putting in your body, no matter where you are, whether here or the States, because everything, I think all things can be bad in excess, even eating organically or whatever, and just as, so I think all things in moderation, right?
Yeah.
At least in my opinion, but I'm no doctor, so consult your own doctor or physician for your own dietary needs. Anything else you'd like to share? What have been some of the things you would tell people to do coming to Merida if they're bringing a kid down here for their first time?
Try different things.
And where would you tell them to go?
So like, we went to this kickball game. So if there's a kickball game, y'all could go there or go to I don't know what the place is called, but it's where we fed the pigeons. Where they would play.
So Plaza Grande.
So Plaza Grande. They would play with a fireball with their hips.
So Poke to Poke, that happens on Saturdays at 8 p.m. if they have it. The few times we went, it's been canceled, so we still haven't made it to one. So we're hoping to get to one in the next few weeks here. What's your favorite park? Because Plaza Grande is a park, which across from that park you have the big cathedral as well as Casa de Monteo. So you can actually go there. There's a Dairy Queen and ice cream and restaurants all around. So you really could just make a time of it. It's just a big open park.
Yeah, that big one. The one
and
with
so,
the restaurant.
And so you could, you could really just, and the cultural center is also on the corner from there. So there's a lot that surrounds that plaza that you could do and definitely spend some hours there and have a good time. Even catch the double-decker bus to do a tour around, open tour around Merida if you like.
My favorite park's the one we went to, that one group, that park was really big.
So Parque La Plancha with the food court.
Yeah.
Now that park, if you've never been to Merida and you're coming here, definitely put La Plancha on your list and go in the evenings because that's when the food court is open and most of the vendors will be open. I don't know. I think during the day some are open. Not as many. Most people say they don't typically all open up until probably about after 5 or so. Don't quote me on that for sure because I haven't been before 5 to know how many are open. But I know by the time we get there at 6 p.m., it's in full swing. In that food court, you can find tacos, burgers, pizza, bars, ice cream, anything you want. Roman got a chicken burger from there with some fries. And how was that?
Good.
The pizza we've gotten there was good. We had some chicken Alfredo there that was good. We've had some mojitos there. They were BOGO, so they do that. They were not strong at all. It just tastes like some juice. So, I don't know if it was the bartender because people told us they were going to be strong. So I was kind of leery because I don't like strong drinks. But nope, they taste like juice. We tried 3 times and every time it was juice. And, it's cool.
And maybe you'll get lucky enough to see us there if you know where to go.
We go on Thursday nights when we do go because there is a meetup of families there on Thursday nights. And so it's for people that have moved to the community that are just looking to connect with other families. And so it's from 6 to 8 p.m. and we meet in front of the food pavilion. And it is hosted by Nicole from the Black Merida Experience. She put it together and organized it. So it's really neat because if you're new to the area and you have children and you're just looking for a way to kind of get in and connect and meet a few people, that is a great place to start. It is not just Black people. Even though it started as a Black expat meeting, you see people of all diversity there.
Like Mexicans and whites. But there will be a link right here. And
there will not be a link right there. I'm telling you where it is. It's at Parque La Plancha on Thursdays, every Thursday night for the most part from 6 to 8 p.m. One of the best things you can do when you get to Merida, if that's something you want to do, is just connect in the WhatsApp group. If you need to get plugged in, just drop a comment below and I will send you my email. And from there, actually, I will put my email in our description so that way if you are moving to Merida and you want to get plugged into WhatsApp groups and you don't have a connection, just let me know and I'll get you plugged into those groups that can help you with some of those meetups because we have a homeschool group that we're in as well as a mom's group that I'm in, which is a melanin moms group, which is a Black moms group. But there are so many groups that are not color specific, which I'm in several mixed groups because you know, while I do love seeing Black people, I also want to see other people and I want to learn the culture of Mexico. So I do try to dive into other things as well, because I'm not here just to do the same thing I was doing in the States. So, you know, it's good to definitely be able to see people that look like you and hang out and do those things. But it's also good to expand and get into the community and get to know what's happening here and really delve into what it is to live the Mexican way. What is the Mexican culture? What's important here in Mexico to the people of Mérida, because it's the Mayan people, and visiting their homes. And I'm actually going to be going to cook with a mommy here who is Mexican from Mérida, and I'll be doing that in the next few weeks. So I'm super excited about that. We're going to go shopping in Central.
Wait, they have kids?
You're not going. This is something I'm doing on my own. This is a me trip, but I'm going to connect with her. She's going to take me shopping in Central, and then we're going to go cook in her home some authentic Yucatecan dishes. So I will definitely take you guys along for that. So that'll be coming within the next few weeks. So looking forward to doing that. It's going to be super, super fun.
And if you go to the park and you bring a marker, I can give you my autograph.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So PSA 10 autograph.
What?
It's a PSA 10 graded autograph.
I have no idea what PSA 10 means, but you heard it yourself here that Roman is willing to do autographs.
One more thing before we end.
Okay.
You're watching Disney Channel.
What?
Disney Channel.
Okay, yeah. So last thing, what's one other tip before we wrap this up, because we've been on here now about 21 minutes. What's one other thing you would tell a kid that they're at home right now and maybe they feel sad or they're scared about the move because this is something their parents have decided they want to do and maybe they're not all the way on board? What's a tip you'd give them to help them get rid of that anxiety or that sadness?
Don't think about it.
And?
Because if you think about it, it's going to come fast. And if you don't think about it, it's going to go slow.
What's going to go slow?
The days of coming here. So then you'll forget you're incoming.
Oh, so basically just don't even think about it until it's time to come, basically, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And anything else you want to share?
I have an autograph.
You've already shared that.
That's it.
All right, so if you haven't already done so, please like, subscribe, comment. We thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love and support we get here. If there's anything that you think we should be doing in Mérida, Mexico, please drop it below. We're always open to exploring new things, and I would love to know what the local people are doing or what they find most fascinating that we could tap into, and not just the touristy things. So again, this is Mimi and
Roman
with our infectious travel diseases, and thank you for bumping around and finding out what we're doing in Mérida, Mexico, and we'll see you next time.
Do I have fans?
Until next time, this is Mimi saying,
I did go bored without you. I just say bye, then I miss you. Wanna control what I do. She's such a beauty with issues. Baby, we can make it so simple right now, yeah. Something in your past must be weighing you down. So your attitude, they be bossy. Feeling like the past keep on pulling back. Baby, me no longer the old me. I do anything just to hold you. Maybe you do boss it. I just wanna hear you say you want me. You know how to get me with that body. Baby, keep it simple. You do boss it. Girl, we go way back. Can't treat the love like a payback. Working on the trust, so I get that. Nothing come close to my baby. You've been through a lot, hate to see you down, yeah. Only thing that matter is we got now. So your attitude, they be bossy. Feeling like the past keep on pulling back. Baby, me no longer the old me. I do anything just to hold you. Maybe you do boss it. I just wanna hear you say you want me. You know how to get me with that body. Baby, keep put me on the hospital, yeah.